My name is Cormac Sheedy and I'm the SEO at Fenergo here in the DIFC in Dubai. We are a regulation technology company that got licensed earlier this year. Fenergo was set up 10 years ago by a group of gentlemen in Dublin who were asked to come in and solve a particular crisis, post-financial services crisis globally. At the heart of what we do is the rules engine and the automation that we have, that when you implement it into a bank, it automates and speeds up a lot of the processes they do. We spend a lot of our time talking to senior executives in banks and particularly to CEOs. They're trying to figure out how they best operate and how they best deal with their competition. And these are areas that when we put them all together, it really is at the heart of what Fenergo does. And I think that when you look at what's happening in the region here, it's really mirroring what's happening globally. So the trends that we're seeing at the moment are very much around disruption in their business, and a race for the banks to get more efficient in how they deal with not only their customers, but also how they internally change the institutions that they run. So when clients join Fenergo, we call perpetual compliance. And what that means is we're future-proofing their business, not only against risk, but also against future events that will happen. A lot of clients tell us they can build their solution in-house, but they may be able to build something fit for purpose today. But when they join Fenergo, what they're looking at is 3, 5, 7, 10 years down the road, and all the increased regulation and compliance that will inevitably come. We're future-proofing them against any such events. For me, the decision to move into DIFC for Fenergo was very simple. It's the heart of the financial community here in Dubai. It's an environment that's very suited to what we do. We're continually interacting with other financial institutions and we're learning. A big part of what we do is to understand the needs of these banks and financial institutions. And sometimes we describe ourselves as an inch wide and a mile deep. The mile deep to us means it's purely financial institutions. So we don't get involved in other sectors. So where else would we want to be but in the DNA and the pulse of the financial industry here in Dubai? One of the things I think that attracts companies internationally to the DIFC is the fact that they get the best of regulation. But having the best of regulation and having a terrific rule books is one thing, but having a DIFC court that has now, after 15 years in operation or longer, has got a lot of precedent around cases. It has shown that it has got an ability to understand how businesses sometimes operate within and at the edge of DIFC, and it has evolved and it has put cases through the courts and it has tried and tested regulation in a number of different instances. So I think that's one of the areas where I guess when they set out originally, they said it will be a centre, it will be a community, and it will come together on that basis. I think the other way that it's evolved is, initially the target market for DIFC would have been banks. Get the banks in, get them opening offices here, and get them connecting up across the region. I think what's really happened is there are now, in all aspects of financial services, opportunities here in DIFC. So whether it's for a firm like ourselves, that's regulation technology, whether it's corporate service providers, whether it's asset managers, it really is globally now a centre that has huge impact. And that's borne out in the fact that it's now ranked in the top 10 in the world. From our point of view at Fenergo, it offers us a number of things. One is around innovation. It's about connectivity also. As our business expands here in the region, we're going to be involved more and more with companies at the edge of what we do that are also dealing with the large banks and financial institutions in the region. So for us, having connectivity with them, meeting the senior people there, accessing them in an informal environment, but also having the formal meeting rooms and environments and conference centre that this centre will have. It's just a phenomenal upside. And again, it's back to why Dubai has been so successful in DIFC. There is a vision there, not just for 2019, but how this financial centre will grow for the next 10, 15 and 20 years. And we feel privileged to be a part of it. And I genuinely think that if I look back in my career, the best decision I ever made was to move to Dubai. For people who live in different parts of the world, I think the quality of life here is second to none. We work in an environment where we work hard, but we know how to enjoy ourselves. We love our weekend time, we love our leisure time, we love the winter time here when there's so much to do. And it very much is a place where families can thrive and can build a really good career here. as a place to open your mind for your children in terms of not just the education, but the travel that you can do. We forget sometimes that 2/3 of the world's population is within 8-hour flight of Dubai. You know, if you're overseas and you're thinking of a possible destination, I would say Dubai, 10 out of 10, no mistake.